Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm honored to introduce Ms. Nisa Ismail, the CEO of Sedania As Salam Capital. With an extensive background spanning digital innovation at B Bazaar, Malaysia, and AirAsia, Ms. Nisa brings a fresh perspective to Islamic Fintech. In our conversation, she will share the journey that led her to Sedania As Salam Capital, her vision for its future, and the unique role it plays in the Islamic fintech landscape. We will discuss how her team is making Sharia compliant solutions more accessible, the trends shaping Islamic fintech, and the impact of digital innovation on Sedania's growth. We will also touch on customer loyalty, brand evolution, and her advice for those entering this sector. So, without any further ado, let's begin the conversation. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for your valuable time. I appreciate the time you've taken to speak with us today. Could it be possible for you, please, to share some insights into your professional background and the journey that led you to join Sedania As Salam Capital?
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Hafiz, for the invitation and also for the interview. My name is Nisa Ismail. You can call me Nisa Ismail. I am 50 years old. I graduated in law in UK in Oxford. Since I graduated, I've always been in the corporate world, Brother Hafiz, and I have always been in the innovation in the IT industry as well as the internet industry. But the last 15 years of my life, I've always focused on transformation. When I say transformation, is that I was involved in telecommunications, in banking, and latest one for the last 10 years, I was in aviation, but mostly doing financial services such as co-brand cards, airline loyalty, or even having a e-wallet industry, especially for the airlines. And latest one, I've joined Sedania As Salam as my capacity as a CEO for Sedania As Salam for the Islamic Fintech, which is now the consumer technology business. And our business is very much focusing on Islamic enabling Sharia compliance for Islamic banking practices, as well as Islamic financial services. So that has been our business. So I am truly honored for this opportunity by the Halal Times for this session. And I hope that this is a start for me to share with you some of my knowledge, some of my experience, some of my case study with the audience of the Halal Times.
Who are your target customers and what types of services do you offer them?
We have always been a B2B, B2C industry. We are an expert when it comes to providing enterprise solution to the banking segment, such as FSI industry, as well as non-banks or conglomerates who wants to get into Islamic financial services. So we have a complete solution when it comes to, for example, we have a commodity trading platform solution for those banks who wants to do Islamic Murabaha trading platform. So we provide that. We also provide a SaaS-based lending platform for any conglomerates who wants to offer lending services, which is all Sharia compliance capacity. So we also provide that. And the latest one that we have is the Islamic inheritance, which we work together with our associate company, Wasia Shop, who does the trustee services, and we do the digitalization. So our business has always been for enterprise, and we focus to B2B, B2C, largely on FSI, or corporation or large multinationals who wants to contribute, who wants to offer Islamic financial inclusion to their customer base or to their employees. That's our focus.
How do you differentiate yourself from competitors, and what unique value do you bring to the market?
Okay, just to share with you, I like to bring in our vision. Our group vision has always been improving lives sustainably. That is our motto, to improve lives sustainably. And our Sedania As Salam motto is always to understand the customer pain points. Our ability to understand the customer's pain point is the number one factor to basically engage better with our enterprise client and the banks. So we need to understand their pain points, and we actually provide the solution. Our solution, through our leveraging with our technology partners, through our innovation solution, through our innovative, basically through, the heart and soul of our team is locally built We patented the platform. So we have the full passion to deliver the best to our customers. So for me, customer centric is very important, Brother Hafiz, is and so that the customers will always think of us and always know that Sedania is the company that will always help them with any other solution, be it a commodity trading platform, which we are now doing the only company doing digital commodities, which we're using airtime, telecommunication commodities, and right now we are doing SaaS lending, where we can help conglomerates to do digital lending in a very fast manner. So we can now offer Islamic inheritance, which is digitalized, and this can be is all at the heart of the customer. So understanding the customer pain points, delivering the right solution to them, and holding their hands. I think this is our mantra to be the best partner to our clients. And I believe this is something that I'm not saying that we are the best, Brother Hafiz. The competitors are not. I mean, we welcome the the competitiveness. That is very important. So that we can have the check and balance on our side, where to improve, what our weaknesses. I think is very important. But I think for me, it's all about managing your clients right, understanding your customers' expectation, managing their pain points, addressing the solution, helping them, holding their hands. I believe that is the recipe for the right good client engagement and growing the business, the value that we bring into the customer. That's the most important thing, Brother Hafiz.
Now,
Yeah.
now let's suppose if the Halal Times were to become your clients, how would you implement your solutions within our organization?
If Halal Times wants to be our partner to offer Islamic inheritance, I'll be more than happy to provide a content strategy for Halal Times and having a digital platform on Halal Times to offer to your customer base. But of course, I need to understand who are your customer base, who are your readers, understand the demographic, and then basically looking at opportunities to incorporate this solution into your platform, in that your customers, your vertical customers will be able to use it. I think this is the way how I approach the Halal Time. And I definitely want to value you as a partner, of course, to incentivize our partners, because nothing comes free. Yeah, Miss Brother Hafiz, everything has to be, well incentivized. But at the end of the day, it has to be driving the right ecosystem, the right solution to your ecosystem. That's where we come in.
How do you envision the long term development of the Islamic fintech industry, not just in Malaysia, but globally as well?
Yeah, I think this was a session that I spoke during Cliff event a few weeks ago, where we talk about digitalization and AI to improve sustainable of Islamic banking practice. Yeah. So for me, I look at it as we have always been a digital fintech, enabling a digitalization processes for Islamic banking practices, such as digital onboarding, right? And we always has been doing that. And the latest product we've got, which is jomhibah.com, which I will get Fali to share with you the video of our digital onboarding for Islamic inheritance, where we will incorporate some basic information of AI for artificial intelligence for the purpose of to help the customers to do a good decision, more of decisioning, to help them to decide what will be the right product for when it comes to Islamic inheritance. So I am seeing digitalization is already there. And to be honest, Brother Hafiz, I am happy that COVID, although it's not that great, but it helps the digitalization. It's fastened the digitalization because of COVID, because everybody is now moving towards digitalization. Okay, thanks to COVID for that. There's the acceleration of digital banking, digital onboarding is there. But I think the next phase that we're looking here is artificial intelligence, where it will help on decisioning, better decisioning, using a data component, the data sets to give you a better decisioning factor. At the same time, we also will enable banking sector and FSI to also further protect their data. For me, data privacy is still very important. I think this is the next better. If you have a certain solution to basically provide a better better decisioning for your customers and ensuring data privacy, I think that's the next big thing for digitalization in Islamic banking industry.
What strategies have you implemented at Sedania to ensure that Sharia compliant solutions are easily accessible to your customers?
I think for me is basically working very closely. We are very privileged because we have our own Sharia committee led by Dr. Aznan and prominent scholars. We also have our own Sharia division, which are dedicated on ensuring Sharia compliance of products or Sharia compliant product and practices. We are very privileged to our partner, which is the Wasiah Shop, the largest trustee company. They have their own dedicated Sharia committee, as well as they have a research partnership with a university, a local university in Malaysia, to ensure a Sharia compliance of the product. So we are very much privileged to have these components of advisory already in our establishment. And when we work with the banks or FSI, we are very confident the product has the full endorsement on the halal and Sharia compliance. And it's easier for us to sell or to market this product with the bank. And the bank also will have a peace of mind as well to offer it to their customers. So I think this is the approach. I'm not saying I think, I believe, and it has been tested and proven. This is the approach that we have been doing, and we will continue doing so, leveraging on our Sharia expertise and working closely with the banks and the Sharia division and the product division to actually grow the business and drive the right Sharia compliant product to their customers. That is our focus.
Drawing on your extensive background and experience in the tech industry, how does digital innovation factor into Sedania's growth strategy?
I think I am very privileged to work very closely with the management of AirAsia and being part of the growth of AirAsia when it comes to financial services such as the co-brand cards, the AirAsia Big Loyalty. And we use technology, the latest technology for that. And together when I was in B-Bazaar, Bank Bazaar in Malaysia and Singapore, we understand the concept of agility technology. So using from that experience together with the guidance of my board directors and the founders of Sedania, we actually drive the agility concept of technology services, whereby most of this technology are modularized, that we can basically pick and choose what we can and actually build up a stack up product that we can easily offer it to our bank partners and our conglomerates. And then having the right technology partners such as Google Cloud, AWS, is also very important, Brother Hafiz, because they are the biggest. When it comes, everybody is moving towards cloud right now. And we are very, very privileged that our platform is all cloud enabled. And we are aligned with most of this, with the banks and the central banks, RMIT, which is very, very important when it comes to data privacy as well as data security, because we are dealing with FSI. So we need to ensure that our platform is also well secured and ensuring that we comply to the bank's IT requirement as well. So that is very important, Brother Hafiz, when it comes to working, having that technology and having that technology partnership with Google, Amazon to actually drive these services for a better secured solution for our clients.
What are your long-term plans for Sedania over the next 5 years?
My plans is plenty, but I want to focus on one because in Malaysia, or maybe in globally, in Malaysia especially, Islamic inheritance is something that is still untapped market, yeah, Brother Hafiz. In Malaysia, we have about 70 billion of frozen asset in Malaysia. And this is the reason why is that many Muslims in Malaysia are unaware of how to manage their inheritance. Yeah, how to actually do inheritance planning, inheritance manage, and how to basically hibah or do gifting of their asset to their loved ones. None of them are having that, well, very minimum. Do you know there's only 0.2% of Muslim in Malaysia actually have a full-fledged hibah or inheritance planning? So you have an opportunity of 99.8% in Malaysia to basically convert them. And hopefully I can try to reduce the unclaimed asset from 70 billion. I'm hoping not to increase it, maybe to reduce it by creating the awareness to the Muslim in Malaysia to start planning their inheritance and inheritance business. Because as you know, in Malaysia, the mortgage industry in Malaysia is growing now, is about 200 billion in Malaysia. It could grow to more because more and more people are buying asset. If they don't protect their asset now, what will happen to their wife and their children? So this is where I am coming from, to work together with people like you know, to drive the awareness of Islamic inheritance, Islamic management, because of people are unaware how to actually manage your inheritance. When you die, what will happen to the house? What will to happen to your investment? So this is something that I would like to have that drive, you know, in Malaysia and inshallah to other parts of regional who's looking to offer Islamic inheritance to their country, to the Muslim in their country. I would like to do that. Like I said, it's a big opportunity in Malaysia, 99.8% still untapped. I think there is an opportunity to work with most of the banks in Malaysia to offer Islamic inheritance, digital Islamic inheritance in Malaysia and inshallah to global. That is my 5 years plan, to actually grow that business, grow that opportunity, grow that awareness on how to manage Islamic inheritance. Apart from that, of course, I still believe that in Malaysia, being as a professionals in Islamic fintech, I think there's a lot of opportunity there for having more and more people in Islamic fintech. I'm hoping that universities out there in Malaysia or even the world can have a dedicated segment on Islamic fintech. You know how they can utilize digitalization and adapt it to the Islamic banking product and how they actually can offer it to the world. For example, I know they are still up and coming, but I think there's more to be done. You can do a lot more with Islamic fintech professionals in Malaysia and to the global. I think that this is where opportunities for the graduates to be basically embarked on to become Islamic fintech professionals. And I hope that I can get more and more of these Islamic fintech professionals to be part of my journey, especially into encouraging more and more customers to more and more enterprise to use Islamic inheritance to offer it to their customers. And that's my vision for the next 5 years, Brother Hafiz.
What type of financial institutions do you consider to be your potential customers?
Basically, my financial institution, anyone who has consumer retail, everyone who has a consumer retail products to the customers. So it can be like Islamic bank who have a CASA deposit wealth management, or even a mortgage services, or especially wealth is something is the next big thing right now, and I believe this is something that we can. Those are my target clients that I can work with, especially in the consumer retail industry.
What advice would you offer to those individuals who are just entering this industry?
As I mentioned, Islamic banking industry is a $1 trillion business. Yeah. However, the people in this services in this banking there is a niche, but I think opportunity is still there. Continue to learn, continue to be innovative, continue to be inquisitive, continue to explore what's the opportunity like to have to encourage Islamic banking globally. I think this is where university has played a very important role. And then the graduate programs also have to play a very important role to ensure that Islamic fintech players or Islamic fintech professional is the next profession to be that everybody should look for, because of the Islamic banking market industry is growing globally. So opportunity is there.
So, is there a message you would like to convey to your potential customers?
I would like just to call upon them that do not be scared of Islamic fintech like players out there. We are a collaborative partner to the banking partners, yeah, or non-banks who wants to get involved in financial inclusion. We are that particular partner. We have the solution, as I mentioned earlier. We understand the customer's pain point. We understand that bank pain points. We understand that non-bank's pain points, and we want to work closely with the product from the top to the bottom, from the top management to the middle management and to the bottom management. How we can work together to offer a right financial inclusion, right financial products to their banks, to their customers. I think it's understanding the customer's pain point and then ensuring that we collaboratively work together in providing the right digital solution for their products that they can communicate and offer it to their customer. They may have the best product in the world, but maybe they will need a partner to support them from digitalization perspective, and that's where we can come in. And I'll be more than happy to work together with these partners as well as our technology partners combined to basically help them and inshallah can deliver the best customer experience. They can deliver the best customer experience to their own customer. I mean, that's what we aim to deliver.
What major internal changes should a company anticipate when implementing your solutions successfully?
I believe they have to be open to agile technology. Most of the legacy technology will have an issue when it comes to agility concept. Yeah, modularized may not be adaptable to the legacy kind of platform, but we are more than happy to work with these companies or these banks who already have a legacy platform to have some sort of solution of a middleware that we can still address the transition of the legacy towards agility. You see, so we have that components of the transformation modules that we can work with the banks to ensure that they will not be stuck to the legacy, but they can still move on by having middleware, or they can work. They can basically. I have seen few banks in the world that they actually tested. They are very much on the legacy product banking unit, but they have decided to start a different banking unit, which is a digital banking, to basically offer to a different segment. For example, millennial segment. So I have seen that they work concurrently. And then if let's say this particular digital banking services that they're targeting to the millennial is doing very well, I'm sure the parents of this millennial will be more than willing to adapt to it. So slowly, the legacy platform will shift towards the digital banking, but in time. So I'm not saying that legacy, you got to change everything, doing all digital. No, it can be a concurrent kind of concept, but slowly shifting towards from legacy to agile mode, and we're able to see how they can actually offer to the market. That is my advice.
Well, thank you so much for your valuable time. I really
No
enjoyed
worries.
learning a lot about your services and the kind of services which your company offers. It was really amazing talking to you. And inshallah, I
Yeah,
hope that our viewers will also benefit a lot from the discussion which we've had with you today.
inshallah. Thank you,
Thank you
brother
so
Happy.
much.